Hello and a very warm welcome to our special broadcast on India fighting the coronavirus. I am Saurav Sanyal. Our big focus this hour is an industry which has taken a hit like never before. The novel coronavirus has infected more than 2 lakh people around the world and killed more than 8,700 already. Unsure about when or how the virus will ultimately stop spreading, governments around the world have been working round the clock to implement stringent measures that will break its human-to-human transmission chains. Amidst this chaos, unscientific conjectures about the virus have been adding to the panic. One particularly insidious rumor revolves around the consumption of chicken, meat and eggs. Its effect is visible early in the sharp drop in demand for poultry. India incidentally produces the third highest amount of eggs and seventh highest amount of chicken meat amongst the world's countries. However, the recent supply chain disruption, thanks to rumors about the coronavirus, have precipitated a fourfold hike in poultry production costs relative to returns. The Indian Council of Medical Research, or ICMR, has already confirmed that there is no evidence of coronavirus transmission from chicken to humans in any form. So, is it safe to eat meat and poultry? Is coronavirus and chicken anyhow related? The International Egg Commission has been trying and working overtime to dispel all fears. The International Egg Commission Chairman, Suresh Chituri, now joins us live on this broadcast to help us understand the impact of coronavirus on the poultry industry. Thank you so much, Mr. Chituri, for joining us on India Ahead. It's a pleasure having you on the show. Let's get started, sir, by asking you, what's the impact and from when have you started feeling the pinch, as it were?
So, the pinch started almost in the first week of Feb, Mr. Sanyal, and primarily it's the rumors, right? I mean, we don't have an issue in the industry itself. We don't have any infections out of the COVID and all that, and the COVID-19, because see, coronavirus is a general term for a lot of virus. This thing, 60% of all our flus are through coronavirus. So the COVID-19, which is the specific case now, is a human-to-human transmission, has nothing to do with the chickens especially. But the rumors are going around, and that's really been very damaging for the industry.
Now, when you say that the rumors have been doing rounds, and I think a lot has to be attributed to the WhatsApp university, as many are also saying that, how WhatsApp has also been instrumental in spreading panic, in spreading misinformation, as it were, which has in turn had a domino effect on the poultry industry as well.
Exactly. So, on WhatsApp, there are pictures going around showing chickens and in various farms, and some people have been even caught in some states spreading these false rumors, and it's really it's we don't know what to do seriously, because what do you do with a problem you don't have? We don't have an issue. The industry doesn't have an issue. We are getting excellent productions, and sadly, India seems to be the only country where this is happening. There's chickens not available in supermarkets in US, in Australia, in Dubai, in UK, in France, Germany, even China. The chicken prices have increased 3 times in the last few weeks. They are importing chicken from US and Brazil. Brazilian exports have increased to China 57% in the last 1 week. And funnily, where the problem started, the Koreans, the Singaporeans, Singapore at 600 rupees a kilo right now in supermarkets. But then, so we really are stumped. We don't know what to do. How do you deal with a problem we don't have?
Now, sir, let's just dig a bit deeper. Now, when we are talking of the problem that you and others in the industry and the industry bodies are faced with regards to eggs, with regards to poultry, with regards to consumption of meat products and chicken, rumors in a way have had a terrible effect and ensuring downturn of the industry, as it were. In financial terms, if you could just give us an idea of the impact and the hit that the industry has had to take because of these rumors.
Sure. Thank you for that question. Because see, our production cost for a kg of chicken is about 80 rupees, and we are now selling at an average of 8 to 9 rupees a kilo at the farm gate. So the farmer is losing close to 72 rupees, and see, when we are doing great, we probably sell for 95 rupees at the farm gate, right? I mean, so we get about 15, 20 rupees, maximum 20 rupees is for maybe couple of days or a week in a year. But on average, we make about 7, 8 rupees average this thing. But now we are losing close to 70 rupees a kilo. This is for chicken. And then on eggs, the production cost now today would be, again, considering the reduction of feed prices, but like a few months back it was 4 rupees, now it's probably around 350. It's now selling in Namakkal and Andhra, which are the biggest production centers, for about a rupee 20, rupee 50 paisa. So we're losing close to 2 rupees per egg. And these chickens need to be fed, you know, they have to continue to be fed, because if you don't feed them, then they die. And so that's the problem that the farmers are facing now. So on an average, we are staring at close to 2,000 crores per week loss for the industry. Between the chicken and eggs, and I think most importantly, our working capital is, I would say, 80 to 85% wiped out. We don't have any cash right now, because this has been going on now for good 6 weeks, and there's really just no cash coming into the farmers' hands. So that's where the majority of the issue is. Corn prices have gone down consequently. Used to be about 19,000 rupees at beginning of Feb. Now it's come down to, I think, even 12,000. They're not getting at the farmer level in UP and Bihar. I think they're getting around 10,000 rupees a ton. So you can see the implications of this, and we have close to 10 lakh farmers, and maybe about, we provide employment and opportunities directly or indirectly close to 1 crore, and then maybe a crore and a half to 2 crores are dependent on agriculture, which supplies to chicken industry. So all this is under huge jeopardy right now, and I don't know how long we can sustain and continue to hold on to these people.
Now, sir, what you just told us, it's extremely grim. The picture looks very, very grim and telling in a way of the ground situation, as it were. You said that the industry loss is pegged to the tune of about 2,000 crore rupees per week.
Yeah.
You talked about your working capital in a way being eroded by about 80 to 90% already, and it's something that has been continuing for the last month and a half or so. Now, when lives of 1 crore and more people are directly involved with poultry and allied industries, what is the lifeline that you're looking for from people at large and from the government sector as well?
I think from government, let me begin with that. Government, we have represented asking government to reschedule our loans, convert our working capital into term loans, and give us a moratorium for a couple of years to repay the term loans, and then give us fresh working capital. There's been a precedence on this, Mr. Sanyal. In 2006, when the similar bird flu rumors had come, once again, no problem, we didn't have any issue. It's just that what happened somewhere in Thailand and those areas, that the rumors spread and the market collapsed. That's when the government had given us a similar package, and the industry grew multifold from then to now. We were probably around 20,000 crores at that point. We are now about 1,20,000 crores. So that has really helped. We are not asking for any doles. We are not asking for government to give us any freebies or any waivers or loan waivers or anything like that. We're just asking them to be, give us time so that we can get back and, and take care of our obligations. So that's what we're asking of the government. And people, I think, yeah, I mean, what do I say? It's we have to, as a nation, stop falling for these rumors. I mean, like 2 days back, we all were present to the freshest thing. Everybody a lot of rumors and this thing flying around about what the PM will say and all that, and ultimately PM said something else, and absolutely no connection. They started circulating what was Malaysian government this thing as our government recently releasing. So I think people have to definitely get smarter about what they believe. This is dangerous. In this time when people need high quality protein to build the immunity, and then there's really nothing better than a chicken and egg. And egg is scientifically ranked as the second best food next to mother's milk. And this is the time when people need more of this. It's the vulnerable who need more, which is children and the older, who need to eat more of this. But they are choosing to eat the wrong stuff just out of fears. And then ICMR has really clarified, almost all doctors have clarified that eating chicken and eggs doesn't do any harm at all. It has the COVID-19 has nothing to do with these the chickens. And any which way, our cooking practices are something that even if there is some other slight problem, there is really our cooking practices just negate everything. They neutralize any problem that is there. Of course, we do recommend you to be cautious on the quality of the product you buy. But that applies to tomatoes. That applies to everything. It's just not like chicken and egg is any special need.
Right, so no question of chickening out when it comes to consumption of poultry and poultry products, and that is something that the ICMR has also put on record officially. Now, it's been on for the last 6 weeks or more. Globally also, initially once this spread started, and we do know when that when the first video started doing rounds from Wuhan of bat soup consumption, there was a general immediate a reaction within the minds of the people that no, this is something that we should be staying away from all animal products. Do you also attribute this dip that you are seeing, this fear psychosis that has crept in, a lot to do with those unverified videos also, which in a way has had a very telling effect on people's psyche?
Absolutely. I think quite a lot of it. But then funnily, the situation now, at least in the last I would say 4 or 5 weeks, is I'm how do I say, I'm flummoxed. I have no clue why we are the only people in the world who's behaving like this. Because as I said, the Chinese government in the initial reaction, sure, that they took certain calls, they stopped all movement and all that, but very quickly realized that that people need more chicken and eggs. So they've actually made special provisions that for the industry. All other industries, they said, is a different story, but people need more chicken and eggs at this time for their own health. So they have actually made they've removed restrictions on movement of chicken and eggs, and also feed material for farms. And now they are importing like crazy. They're importing chicken from from all over the world now to feed their own people, because they realize the importance of that. And you are running on your own scroll that a doctor in UK, she cured herself by eating chicken soup. In Kerala, the government is feeding people more eggs to help build their health to come back, whoever is under treatment. And funnily, even Nebraska, the government put out a thing saying that the treatment is chicken soup for people. So I mean, I can understand to an extent.
But,
please go ahead.
Yes, Mr. Raidu, I also want to just ask you, when we were looking at news reports from last month also, there was a lot of talk about an uncertainty when it comes to the supply chain, that the supply chain, the severe restrictions in terms of movement that had come in the way, and some countries had in fact banned products from its borders. Say for instance, Afghanistan has banned products, as one report said, crossing it over from Iran and Pakistan amidst fears of spread of coronavirus. Now, at a time when the government on its part is taking very stringent measures, as many would agree, that advocating social distancing, advocating do's and don'ts that need to be followed, do you expect that the government would actually also, which has already constituted a COVID-19 task force, and that the industry representatives have already met. Nirmala Sitharaman, Finance Minister, has also given a very patient hearing and has assured of all possible assistance, that the government will also come out with some concrete measures which can in a way become like the insulin shot for this beleaguered industry at this point in time.
I am absolutely confident of that. Madam gave a very good hearing yesterday morning. She was very patient, she understood, and she is aware of the issues. And our Minister Shri Giriraj Singh is very, very supportive. He is really pushing, and I have to personally say I'm super happy and thrilled with how he is taking this on. And I think it's the first time we have a ministry for animal husbandry, a cabinet minister level, and he's really doing an amazing job fighting for the industry. But yeah, so we are getting the right signals from the government, but we hope we get a quick solution from them, a quick balm, I would say, not even solution. It's like a balm right now for the industry. Product consumption is going to come back. It's just that if they don't take give us relief immediately, then what will happen is there will be huge shortage, and then that will mean going the other way. I mean, then it will start getting unaffordable for people at the bottom, and I don't think that's a good idea. For chicken and eggs to be pricey beyond a common man's reach, I think is not a good idea. It's especially in this time when the nation needs it really badly. To confront this danger.
Now, when we are talking of the poultry market in India, it's estimated to be to the tune of about 1 trillion rupees. Now, there is, as you pointed out, there have been very telltale and very worrying signs about the dip in consumption, about the dip in demand, which has also had a cascading effect on the allied farming industry. The poultry feed costs have also taken a hit. Now, if you were to look at things now from a revival point of view, sir, and there's always a silver lining, as all of us believe, what should be the revival plan for now, both from the industry point of view, second from the government point of view, and third from the consumer point of view? How can all three spokes of the wheel, as it were, come together to ensure that this circle and this cycle keeps moving?
No, I think there is definitely a silver lining. I mean, it's just that, as I said, it's a temporary issue for us. We are very confident once people get present to and they get more educated, their consumption will increase. There's absolutely no doubt about that. And so that's there. I think the industry, according to me, if you ask me, by 2040, this is set to